I saw this scenario. Remember whenever Mr. Gunrun decided to completely just take all the money from VShojo and yap the hell out? Well, I saw this another video. VShojo bankruptcy sparks massive reaction. Kind of want to take a look at it and see what's been going on. What's been happening while I've been gone.
Okay, so it seems that we have a pretty big update on the VShojo situation. Now, this is coming from Proctor-Z and also some other sources which we'll go through. Now, essentially, what they have said, if you don't know who Proctor-Z is, obviously, they're pretty big in the VTuber community. They own, like, the Virtual Asylum and stuff. But essentially, they talked about the fact that Gunrun, disgraced former CEO of VShojo, has filed for personal bankruptcy in California. This implies...
Of course he has. I mean, naturally, didn't everybody expected this, right?
that there is no legal action being taken against him and that none of his...
This implies there are no legal action being taken against him. Come on, VTubers. Grow a fucking spine. Why? Dude, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much, man. VTubers are often, they don't want to do anything. Every time, like, they get fucked over so often. They get fucked over repeatedly, but they never want to do anything. When it comes to sponsors and everything, they don't want to do anything. Are you for real? They're just gonna leave him be.
Victims filed charges. He will slip away with minimal consequence.
I bet it's because they don't want to deal with their personal information being dealt with a court case. But honestly, man, this is insane. Like, is there no... I just wish this... I just don't understand how they can leave him be. Like that they will not follow off of it and just brush it off and let him just stay there after gambling all their money for years and causing all these issues, man.
This industry disgusts me. Now, obviously, I don't know how true this last part is, obviously about the no legal action stuff. If someone like Legal Mindset or someone was to cover this, that would actually be really great to kind of add some extra clarification on what this actually means legally. But essentially, the first part, though, seems to be pretty true. Now, obviously, it says that Gunrun has filed for personal bankruptcy. Now, this is personal bankruptcy, not company bankruptcy, right? This is not VShojo filing for bankruptcy. This is Gunrun himself actually filing for his own bankruptcy, right? Which is very, very interesting, and obviously, yeah, shows you how screwed they are in terms of monetarily, right? People have been replying to this, especially over on the VShojo subreddit, saying a quick reminder, while everyone is busy farming their hit tweets, I want to remind you to support the talents, keep it positive, and if the info didn't come from one of us, someone saw that in a spy stream and made it up. So, yeah, obviously...
I hope to God that is the case, man. Because do you know the amount of damage this will leave if he is left untouched? If one of the biggest Western VTuber orgs can have this happen and no legal, like nothing legally goes against him, any repercussions happens afterwards, they're gonna see this as a book of like future business endeavors. Because if you're just gonna leave him completely be, this is leaving a mark for future companies to just do the exact same thing, because we have a repeated section of a repeated history of these corpos completely going against the laws, taking matters, taking money, abusing, like not physically, but abusing their talents in ways that are not legally bound or fine within the countries, and they just get away with it. Like, enough is enough, man.
This was from a while ago whenever Giga was saying that obviously wait for one of them or one of the VShojo members to talk about stuff before making assumptions, but obviously people have been pointing towards different kind of comments and stuff, including this one, which is, yeah, a court kind of thing, which essentially shows us that, you know, Gunrun could be filing for bankruptcy here. Now, obviously, maybe there's another person with the same name as him or something like that, but again, obviously, this was filed recently on the 26th of September 2025, and the date of the last known filing was the 29th of September, which would obviously add up in terms of, you know, when this happened. But again, as I said, I would need someone like Legal Mindset or someone to go through this to fully cover exactly what he's trying to do here, because again, I'm not a lawyer, I have zero clue on what goes on over in court and exactly what this means and what this implies for Gunrun going forward. But what we do know is that it seems like he is obviously filing for bankruptcy. Now, obviously, people have been responding to this saying, remember, people, if you see any names other than Justin Ignacio, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say his second name, but obviously Gunrun, or an attorney, you didn't see anything. Edit, this is a personal bankruptcy filing, not corporate. This is just Gunrun, who as of this year wasn't taking an extreme salary from VShojo, 162k a year though. Through May, down to 101 to 112k. Paycheck details only go back to March 14th though, but it sure doesn't look like he personally pocketed the money or anything, or he's committing more fraud to trying to hide it, which, yeah, I think that is definitely a point to make there. It doesn't seem like, obviously, he's committed even more fraud to maybe...
Bro has 100% hid it somewhere. Or he lost it. You know what I think? I think he lost it. I think he gambled the money. I think he put it in random investments and he's lost everything.
That money back and essentially, avoid bankruptcy. It seems like he has literally just taken it straight to the end and is now obviously, filing for bankruptcy over in California. Now, obviously, we still haven't had any kind of information on VShojo themselves.
Put it on black, baby.
The last time we kind of checked about this, I'm pretty sure it was from a case on video or some other video coming from one of the talent, right? Talking about the fact that they were begging talent to give them money to essentially file for bankruptcy, considering that obviously, the California, the state of California and stuff, they charge you to file for bankruptcy, which is pretty insane. But again, that's just how it works. They were asking some of their talent for money to do that, and the talent were just like, no, like, why would we do that? You screwed us over. You got to get yourself out of this mess. Like, it's not our problem. So yeah, obviously a lot of people as well have been talking to, and the spy stream does explain why I saw Giga riding a giant worm. So thank you, General.
I don't think so in a way.
Giga said, what is the rumor going around now? I said, it's a July old tweet, probably when the VShojo topic was hot back then, but obviously people saying any context sake of chair. Said, I think Fun Buns is applying for a personal bankruptcy, means nobody's getting paid. It's a personal bankruptcy. It just means if anyone made some charity money disappear, it's not Gunrun. A payout for a bankruptcy is the company selling its remaining assets to repay its debts.
It kind of is like Gerard's situation, but not really, because it's like, it's both about it's not even him that handled the charity, it's somebody else. He owns the company that the one talent worked for that did the charity. Her intention was to give it to the charity. But also, it's not only that he took the charity money, he took like $500,000 for charity money. It's not only that, he basically took the money from every talent that he had for a long time and never paid them.
And someone else buying said assets, and that money is being used to repay debts. No money is going to come until after the bankruptcy stuff is all handled. Yeah, so it is just a personal bankruptcy. It isn't a company one at the moment. So they said the charity money was likely used to keep VShojo afloat financially in the regular cash flow operations. But yeah, company is broke. Gunrun is apparently broke. Nobody is getting paid. There's nothing really. It's just not a July old tweet. It said, that's my bad. I really should have made it clear what I was talking about. And obviously, yeah, they do include it at the bottom here. Now say, to clarify, the tweet claiming that Gunrun is filing for bankruptcy. However, none of the former talent have spoken about this. So take it with a huge grain of salt right now. So obviously, yeah, this was the original Giga tweet saying, well, everybody's farming it. But here is the tweet I'm pretty sure they're talking about in regards to the CEO filing for bankruptcy. Now, obviously, whoever that chatter was in the Reddit kind of point here, they did make a really good link there pointing towards this. Now, obviously, I don't know how legitimate this website is and how real it is, but it does look pretty legitimate to me. So again, obviously, some extra confirmation
there it is, guys.
From some other YouTubers would be interesting. I'm actually DM Legal Mindset after this video to have him, kind of close in a little bit further on what is going on if he isn't already on this case, right? So essentially, yeah, we go on to say, so that could be more info could come out from the talents node, since most didn't due to assumed future legal proceedings, which could be the case, but also I think there is still legal stuff going on behind the scenes. I feel like it's not just over yet. People saying it's a little amusing. The fan base is more up in arms over girl fight slander wars than charity fraud, and that Oshis are getting screwed over. Pretty sure they're referring to the Cinder stuff there right now, which yeah, kind of is true. But I think obviously the Cinder stuff was a very big event as well, and I think this one has kind of gone under the kind of radar a little bit, especially considering it is obviously just a couple of tweets, right? If you're saying everyone is too afraid of court and losing anonymity.
This is the case. This is it, man. I swear, this is the only reason nothing ever happens. They just don't want to. They don't want to put their name on anything, even though they get royally screwed and they are owed a lot of money. They just don't want to deal with it. This is crazy.
Not necessarily any potential lawsuits he may face now fall under the trustee to manage, which means if he has any money left over after paying creditors, and assuming there are people who threaten to sue, they will settle. Which again, obviously, these are all just random Twitter users
I don't know.
stating their opinions on this kind of stuff. I don't think any of them have real, actual, like legal knowledge, right? But yeah, people say. Stuff like this makes me wish the meme of Pippa raging, "Find them, chat, we must make them suffer," was in fact real. Said he just found a place to hide his money. Said bro is actually roaching out and getting away with it, man. And yeah, I think the biggest concern for a lot of people is that potentially Gunrun could get away with obviously a lot of what he has done. Now, again, obviously fighting for bankruptcy is a humiliating in the first place. So again, obviously.
It's not really humiliating. It's usually a tactic most of the time.
Maybe that's already enough kind of punishment, but obviously many people, obviously want to continue and they want to, kind of hold this guy accountable because that is 100%, correct. He has screwed over so many people in terms of talent and stuff with poor kind of financial handling over VShojo. So again, obviously he does deserve to kind of be held accountable for that. But it doesn't seem like that will be the case. But again, maybe there still is some options for legal action to be taken, even if he does file for bankruptcy. I'm not sure. As I said, I'll keep you guys up to date as, some actual legal kind of experts kind of uncover this and kind of unpick this, because I think that there is something to be talked about here about what could be happening in the future in terms of this case with VShojo and Gunrun, and whether this is a significant moment in terms of the VShojo situation or not. But as I said, from what it seems like, this does seem pretty legit, but obviously take a lot of this information with a grain of salt, as always, because I do think it is a pretty interesting one at that. And yeah, that is essentially the update. Gunrun is apparently filing for bankruptcy, personal bankruptcy, not company bankruptcy in California. So again, we'll have to wait and see.
I was hoping there would be more, but there you have it. So the guy is kind of just roaching out in a way. I hope that Giga is not baiting us, because listen, I love all of those VTubers. I love them. They're great. Giving me lots of content. I respect them a lot. But I have seen them lie in many ways where there's a situation where people are basically having an outrage or something is going on, and they trying to kind of calm it down by saying a certain thing, and then it usually isn't the case. So I don't know if it's true. That there's nothing legal going on, no legal repercussions happening at all, or if she's just saying it just to calm people down. But you tell me down below what you think. I hope we hear something soon, though. I hope they sue the fuck out. I hope they put him to court, man. They got it. They don't know how much the amount of damage this is gonna do for the VTubing industry in itself. This is just left behind. But yeah, we'll see you soon. Like the video if you enjoyed, sub to the channel, watch more, and I'll see you next time.